Good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time and wherever you're watching from. Got something interesting to share with you. It's going to be a very quick one. Um, I've been thinking a lot about faith and how we pray. We pray things in faith. We expect to see God answer our prayers, and sometimes it seems as if He doesn't. I was about to say sometimes He doesn't, but He always does what He does best. And we don't understand it, so we think we didn't have enough faith. But then there are times when you read in the scriptures that God answered prayers that were way out there, that people didn't even expect Him to answer. And I'm not going to tell you those stories now. I'm going to tell you how this thought developed. Faith is not sensible. So I love shoes. But as I've got a bit older, I've changed the shoes that I wear. I'm looking for something that's going to look nice, but be comfortable at the same time. I don't want to have to get home, and the first thing I do is take my shoes off because my feet are so sore because I've been standing in them all day. So it's not so much about what they look like. They must look nice, but it's more about how they make me feel. When I'm talking about when I'm standing on my feet for an hour or more. So I went to the shop today to buy food. Now, many of you can relate to this, but I got distracted by the shoes where I was shopping. I even got to the till and I said, I came here to buy food and I'm leaving with shoes. And the lady at the till had a good laugh because we can all relate to this. I saw these shoes, I tried them on, and I thought, these are so comfortable, and they've got a bit of a heel, and they're nice strappy heeled sandals type shoes. But the thing is, they were not a color that I would usually buy, because what goes through my mind when I'm buying shoes is how many outfits can I wear these with? The color, will it match with what I've got at home? And then I saw a black pair, exactly the same style, a black pair, and I picked them up and I thought, no, when you get older, are you supposed to become more sensible? And some people would say yes, but I'm at the stage where I don't want to buy things that are sensible. I want to buy things that I really like. And so I put the black ones back. I had a bit of a wrestling match in my thinking, put the black ones back, and I took the color that I took. I'm not going to tell you because every time I wear shoes, you'll be wondering, are those the ones? And to you, they may still seem like sensible shoes. So as I was driving home in my car, I began to think, in other areas of our lives, have we become sensible? Have we stopped asking God for the things that seem to be too way out there? And then I remembered a story in the Bible that I will tell you very quickly, of Peter when he was put in prison for preaching the gospel. And then there were a group of people praying at home for him. And they prayed that God would do a miracle. They prayed for him that he would be released. And an angel appeared in the prison, and Peter was released. And while these people were still praying at home, Peter knocked at the door. And the person who knocked at the door couldn't believe that it was Peter. So I will speak more about that, but just think about your life. Have you begun to lower the level of your faith to match your circumstances? Have you become afraid to pray things that are too bold? Because we are meant to. In these days, we need to pray the big things. We need to see somebody like the demonic man in the Gadarenes, who was running around in the caves. He had taken his clothes off. He was harming himself because he had so many demons. He's the guy who had the legion of demons. If we see these people, are we going to be bold enough to believe that God can set that person free today? Because that's what Jesus did. He set him free. Are we going to pray prayers that are bold enough for heaven on earth? Your will, your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven, your will be done. Are we bold enough to pray those prayers? Or have we dialed down our prayers and now we're praying, with sensible faith. That's why I said faith is not sensible. Faith is not logical. Faith is when we trust a supernatural God to do the miraculous, something that we can't do. And so I just wanted to tell you that I bought some new shoes today. And I've changed the way I think about faith. I always think that I do pray out of the box prayers. I ask God for big things because He's done those big things for me before. But maybe He's saying, ask me for bigger things. Trust me for things to move and shift and change. Trust me to do the miraculous, where you've dialed down a little bit and you've stopped asking me for those big things, and now you'd be doing the sensible route of prayer. So I want to encourage you with that today. Either go and buy yourself a pair of shoes that you thought are not sensible enough. You know, I'm thinking in your 60s, is it supposed to be the sensible 60s? No, it's supposed to be the supernatural, spectacular, splendid 60s. That's what I'm going for. And in my prayer life too. So be encouraged with that today.